As any RWBY fan knows, fights are a big part of what makes RWBY, RWBY. And every fan has their own favorites. I'm no exception. In this video, I'd like to share my top 10 RWBY fights through Volume 5. My criteria is simple. When I want to quickly watch some fun and exciting RWBY action, what do I go to? And when I'm watching new RWBY fans reacting to the show, what fights am I most excited to see them react to? I'm sure your list will differ. Please feel free to share your list in the comments below. Just please keep it civil. So cue the fight music and let's get started. Number 10. The battle for Haven at the end of Volume 5 is a very, very long fight involving many of our heroes and villains inside and outside of Haven Academy.
Take out the heiress. Don't bother wasting your power. She's not worth it.
You're not getting near her.
Oh no.
But my favorite bit by far? What do I keep rewatching over and over? Obviously, it's Nora teaching Hazel a lesson on knowing your enemy.
I don't need him to hurt. I just need him to go down!
Number 9. Volume 4 introduced a few new villains, and one in particular promised to be a bit crazed on the battlefield.
Eye for an eye.
Tyrian showed us just how nuts he could be when he attempted to take RWBY by force, only to be countered by what he termed a true huntsman, Crow.
As I live and breathe, Crow Bronwyn. A true huntsman has entered the fray.
The action was fast, furious, and fun. And also gave us the first, let's say, mature word spoken in RWBY.
You bitch!
Number 8. We only learned about the Maidens in Volume 3. Ever since then, we've all been wondering, what would it be like if two Maidens fought? Volume 5 gave us just that, as the Fall Maiden Cinder faced off against the Spring Maiden Raven. The result was as epic as we had all hoped.
If you were stronger or more clever, then maybe you'd remember to watch your back.
Number 7. The Volume 3 Battle of Beacon brought us a number of great fights.
Leave her alone!
But one that always brings me back is the sequence starting with Velvet showing us what she's been keeping in that little box. And ending with Weiss summoning in battle for the first time. Number 6. Cited by most RWBY fans as the turning point in their love for the series, the Battle of the Emerald Forest was the first substantial multi-team fight ever seen in RWBY.
Oh, wait! No!
It's tougher than it looks. Then let's hit it with everything we got.
What would become Team RWBY and Team Juniper combined forces to battle two boss Grims and secure their place at Beacon Academy. Number 5. In this corner, Crow Bronwyn. And in this corner, Winter Schnee. For the first time in the series, viewers got a glimpse of just what the students at Beacon are training to be. Huntsmen. Winter Schnee, a graduate of Haven Academy, and Crow Bronwyn, a graduate of Beacon, battle on Beacon's grounds. And while you may argue that Crow is toying with Winter, she is certainly not holding back. The result is an earth-shattering and just plain awesome fight. Number 4. When rewatching Volume 2's finale, the moment I look forward to the most is actually not the arrival of Zwart. It's the arrival of Team Coffee. Every one of the team can kick butt.
Nice hustle, Fox. Good job.
However, watching Coco casually and snarkily dismiss Grimm as if they were practice dummies is a thrill that never gets old.
You just destroyed my favorite clothing store. Prepare to die.
And come on, who doesn't like caffeine? Number 3. The finale of Volume 4 starts with one of the most impactful team fights anywhere in RWBY. It's not just any Grimm, or any bad guy. Team Ranger fights the Grimm boss responsible for making Ren an orphan and destroying his town. To Ren and Nora, this one is personal.
Just get him to safety!
We get treated to a series of dumb and smart decisions that culminate in one of the best examples of teamwork you'll ever see on the show.
John and I can take care of its arms. I'll take care of the horse.
And I'll take care of the rest. Now! Nora!
Number 2. We're on a volume finale trend, so let's keep it going with Volume 3's final episode. And the fight that changed the show forever. Of course, I'm talking about Cinder versus Ozpin. Wait, no, of course, I'm talking about Cinder versus Pyrrha. From the romantic but tragic lead-up to the fight to the conclusion that shook the fandom to its very soul, this one was filled with some of the most epic moments we've ever seen on the show. Who didn't get a moment of, she might do this, when Pyrrha used her semblance to throw masses of metal at Cinder? Only to have their hopes come crashing down when Pyrrha's aura broke.
Do you believe in destiny?
Before we get to my choice of the top fight of RWBY so far, let's take a look at some honorable mentions, in no particular order. Amber's ambush gave us our first look at just how powerful a Maiden truly is. But it also showed us that Cinder Fall was not all glitz and glitter. That woman can fight. The food fight is so much fun, I will admit, but it's also a bit too silly to lump it in with the other fights.
Wife! Don't leave me! No!
The red trailer gave us the most beautiful fight Monty ever put on screen for us. Clearly, this one set the standard and hooked so many RWBY fans into watching the show. From the epic music to the incredible moves and rose petal gore, this one thrills every time. Going from dramatic and epic in the red trailer to fun and kick-ass in the yellow trailer, this fight at Juniors showed us the real breadth of the show's fighting format. An exciting conclusion to Volume 1, this fight showed off so many cool aspects, such as Blake's semblance, Sun's weapon, and of course, Penny's amazing abilities.
You two go on ahead. This one's mine.
Yang definitely had a grudge against the petite mute, and this battle was one that had all of our jaws on the floor. Neo was unfazed by any of Yang's moves, and Yang could do nothing about it. At least, not until that mysterious woman in red showed up, and Neo quickly realized she was not going to win that fight. Number 1. And my pick for the best fight in the first 5 volumes of RWBY is found early in Volume 5. Chapter 4 to be precise.
Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry!
Yes, I did it!
No, not that one. It's Yang, of course.
You wait here.
How anyone could possibly deny the absolute friggin' awesomeness of this fight escapes me. Let's count the badass moments. Yang's sunglass drop and head shake to tell us that she knows perfectly well that the bandits are up to no good. Carefully, calmly placing her coat, gloves, and glasses on Bumblebee to prepare for the idiots dumb enough to pick a fight with her. Stretching casually without a single worry about what's to come. Raising her new robotic arm to deflect the first shot that cowards hoped would have taken her out.
Is this everyone?
Does this remind anybody else of the Captain America elevator scene?
Before we get started, does anyone want to get out?
This is it. Well, unless you count the whole rest of the camp back that way.
That way.
Calmly thanking the bandit for telling her where the camp is.
Yes, that way.
Good to know. Thanks.
Deploying her gauntlet. And her new arms gun as well.
You really ought to think twice about fighting all.
And the almost effortless way in which she employs what her father taught her on these bandits, who were presumably trained, directly or indirectly, by Raven in how to fight effectively. And let's not forget that awesome, badass flip and punch to take out the lead moron. All without once using her semblance. And to top it all off, we're reminded that she still isn't at 100%. So there you have it. My choice for the 10 best fights in RWBY. Thanks for watching, and catch you next time.